Hello everyone, and welcome to the Good Game Lobby review of Wanderstop. It's a narrative, cozy game about taking a step back from life struggles, all while making tea and accepting change. From the studio Ivy Road, and led by director Davey Redman, who brought us the classic Stanley Parable, let's find out why Wanderstop is a must-play game of the year. Before I begin, I just want to say one thing. Thank you so much for your support. We hit over 1,000 subscribers, and I am blown away by this. When I started out the channel, it wasn't so much about how many subscribers I would get. It was just about sharing something with the community. Getting some more eyeballs on some of these indie games that I think are amazing and definitely need more attention. And it seems to be working. Thank you so much for your support. Alright, let's get into things. Let's begin with the story of Alta. Alta is a legendary fighter whose triumphant reign comes to an abrupt end when she experiences her first defeat. But not to worry, she dusts herself off and chalks it up to a missed opportunity and heads right back into battle. But what's this? Once again, she finds herself back on the ground, defeated, with another fighter taking her place. This isn't who she is. She is always triumphant. She is a winner. Something has to be wrong, and only her teacher, Master Winters, can provide the answer as to why she is failing. Her journey begins as she heads to an enchanted forest where Master Winters resides. When she feels the weight of her sword begin to grow. This is unbelievable. It's the sword she's used time and time again to defeat every fighter in her path. How could it be that it's now so heavy she's unable to lift it? This is just a distraction. She leaves the sword behind and starts to run again, when she ultimately collapses and faints in the forest. This is where you meet my personal favorite character, Boro, the lovable companion you'll talk to throughout the game. He owns the Wanderstop tea shop in the beautiful clearing. He rescued Alta from the forest and even her sword, which startles Alta because she felt the sword was too heavy. How could he have lifted it? Only to learn it's not about the sword. Alta is defeated in a way she has never experienced before. She's burned out, and only proper rest can give Alta what she needs to overcome her defeat. Okay, let's get into the gameplay about how Alta will find her way. Alta is often reluctant to even begin just making tea for the tea shop. She's a fighter, not someone who makes tea, but ultimately this is where she will begin her journey. To get into the gameplay, we can start with the tools that Boro introduces you to. You have a broom for sweeping away piles of leaves, basket to forage for tea leaves, trimmer for clipping overgrown roots, plants, trees, mushrooms, and a watering can for plants and trees. Using these tools and the mechanics of the game, I'll go through the 5 fundamental gameplay scenarios you have here. For instance, it starts with tea making. This large tea machine filling water, boiling, mixing ingredients, and pouring the right amount all comes with its unique size and style, where mixing different ingredients gives you these amazing, colorful concoctions for customers visiting the Wanderstop. The narrative is a big part of the game, speaking with customers and meeting all walks of life. My personal favorite person to talk to was the first person you meet, a wannabe knight trying to impress his son who is a walking rolling eyes emoji. He's so sweet, loves his son, and wants the best for him, but is bad at everything he does. I love him. You'll spend a majority of your time farming, planting seeds, growing flowers, combining them to create trees, or different varieties of flavors or colors for the trees. This is the main area of farming you'll encounter. I do not like farming games, but here you water the plants and trees and they immediately produce the seeds and fruits, which is better than waiting over long periods of time. That's the part of the farming that I don't actually like, but I do enjoy in Wanderstop. With all the many combinations and colors, it reminds me of how you would grow flowers in different variants in Animal Crossing. You'll do some foraging as well. This is where you'll collect the tea leaves from bushes used to make the said tea, sweep up leaves, cut overgrown roots, and collect mushrooms, which have their own magical abilities of duplication, color, and size changing of trees. You're even given a camera. This was one of my favorites that isn't explicitly forced upon you until late game, but was something I already took into my own hands, littering the tea shop with my own photos and those provided by patrons. It has a great zoom feature, and with the colorful world of every backdrop popping, it makes for a great bonus to an already beautiful world you will capture. What a colorful clearing and cozy world the studio Ivy Road has created. It's cozy in a way the shop is designed, and the clearing has these little puffins waddling around bringing you packages to deliver or lost items. You can decorate the shop how you want with cute pictures you take, and even plant what you want around the pots littered around the shop. It makes for a personalized experience that wasn't tedious but inviting in a relaxed way. You can decorate at your own pace. Remember, Alta is here to take a step back and relax. The game exists in chapters that are separated by seasons, so with that comes newly designed plants, trees, and the setting changing around so the clearing feels like a brand new place. This visually also changes the overall color of the world, only at one point becoming a very different world completely that I won't spoil by going any farther. Each character's design and unique characteristics complement this visual aspect of the game. Nana, a competitive saleswoman who opens up a shop next to yours, the celestial being who visits you, the boring businessman, or the aforementioned knight, and his interesting style, all come with their own baggage, almost giving a small taste of the struggle and how Alta can assist by making the right tea for their mood. The character designs were some of my favorite visuals in the game. The cozy, relaxing setting and soundtrack are a nice mixture, creating a relaxing experience that was euphoric. I would sometimes close my eyes and just appreciate the work of C418. I honestly have never known how to say their name, but you may be familiar with their music from the Minecraft soundtracks. Can someone let me know in the comments how to say their name? Is it C418 or C418? Okay, back on track. Aside from the main soundtrack, which floats in and out depending on the area or what you're doing in the game, the Wanderstop has a radio where you can adjust the dial to 3 different songs. The songs all change with each chapter. It shifts from heartfelt tones and symphonic melodies to upbeat, danceable jukebox tune, making the music intrinsic to the game's wit and charm. For an example, here's Polaroid that starts out innocent enough before rearranging into a darker tone. Enjoy. I have to be honest, I played the demo for Wanderstop, and at that time, it didn't agree with me. Countless demo reviews and word of mouth exhausted every part of me. What was I missing that others were embracing wholeheartedly? I could not for the life of me get it. A couple of weeks ago, I was on a tight schedule, releasing 2 to 3 reviews a week, and with the newsletter, felt the first burnout since I started Good Game Lobby. I even brought it up to the other friends and creators in my Discord, which you can join in the link below. To think 9 months in and this was my first time was kind of impressive to me, but I wasn't taking a step back to see it in the right light. I finished my last review and looked at what was offered from the Ludonericon event and remembered that Wanderstop was part of the event. What luck! I could try out the full game and see if maybe, just maybe, something I was missing was there all along. When I realized that at one point I was Alta, I was burnt out, I needed a break just to rest, take it easy, and sip a big glass of tea, it all just clicked. So much so that I actually couldn't put the game down. Waiting to meet a new customer or hear something funny Bora was about to say or discover a new plant or tea combination was all that was on my mind. Alta goes through many experiences, and at one point, things come into perspective that open up the story to truly embrace what she is going through. For fear of spoilers, that's as far as I'll go, but I wanted to share just a bit because where I was lost when I first played the demo is that it's not just about farming or making tea at all. Wanderstop didn't just entertain me, it brought me life again. Made me realize that sometimes it's just nice to reflect and appreciate life for what it is instead of pushing through it. The 10 plus hours it took me to complete the game flew by. It's priced at $24.99, which seems to be the sweet spot for a great indie game. A cozy narrative adventure whose visual design is warm and colorful and invites a sense of calm even when working was a delightful touch I needed in my life. I will miss Boro and the shop, but it's an experience I will never forget. Wanderstop is one of the best games of the year and is a must-play for me. Thanks to fellow traveler for the review key for the Ludonericon event. And thank you for watching my review of Wanderstop. If you're looking for more narrative-driven games, why not check out another of the Ludonericon games, Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector on your left, or check out the full playlist of reviews this year on your right. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, GG.